Let's get bussin'. Welcome to Quarrators. We're back for another week. It's just the boys, Alex and Jeremy, breaking down the only podcast where we ask, what is Quora?
We're going to figure it out.
And there has been some criticism that we have not made any progress in finding out what Quora is.
No, and in fact, we haven't even really tried to find out.
Well, to those people, I'd say this is the week.
This is the week we learn what Quora is, which is the true conceit of this podcast. It's not just
It's not just two people who read things on the internet.
It's not just us going, ha ha, that idiot.
Why are you so stupid at the computer?
We don't just
not
read
like me.
People pretending to be dumb and then go, you're dumb.
You idiot.
No, we are investigative journalists and we're trying to figure out what Quora is.
If you want us to know what Quora is, slam that bell.
Slam that bell, dude.
So you get live updates of what Quora is.
Also, we're YouTubers.
Yeah, that's our big turn now is we're 17 years old. Important update for the show. Waffles the cat has managed to fit in his box, even though there are plugs right above it. And it's very impressive that he can squeeze in there.
When he's in
pretty
there,
comfy.
because it's a blueberry box, so he is blueberry waffles.
Yeah, he's gone blueberry mode. He's straight up Driscoll's now. That's a bit of a blueberry joke from our real fruit heads out there.
Blueberry heads here today? Any fruit ninjas out there?
I can't wait to read all of our berry-themed Quoras this week. Did my segue there? Did my berries segue?
We did an Oops All Berries episode on my other podcast.
In what sense?
We just talked about berries
the
whole time.
It sounds, I mean...
I don't quite remember because I forget every podcast I do as soon as I do it.
As a producer, I can tell that sounds good.
You know your
That's
podcast
lightning
is
in a bottle.
You know your podcast is doing great when you're doing name-based episodes. When you come up with a name and then you're like, well, I guess we have to do that.
I asked Jeremy if this week was Master Chief Week, but we said no. We're saving.
Oh yeah,
we're saving Master Chief.
Have we announced
Week.
that we're going to do a Master Chief Week?
I think so. I thought we came up with that on air. We're going to just do Master Chief questions.
1 week we're going to do all Master Chief.
But not today.
Not today.
So if you want that, forget I said that.
Because guess who our guest is going to be on that episode? That's right. It's Sergeant Johnson.
It's Sergeant Johnson, a.k.a.
What?
Is it Master Chief?
No.
See, I don't even know his name. See, this is the kind of thing is like, I feel like it's kind of like a good cop, bad cop kind of thing about
Master Chief.
A guy who knows so much about Master Chief and a guy who's just curious and interested in Master Chief and thinks he's really cute.
I wouldn't say I know so much about him, but we did date when we were in high school. His name is John 117.
How was he back then?
He was very nerdy.
Oh my god!
People would be like, "Why are you dating John?" And I'd be like, "I think he's going to be the Master Chief one day." This is before he was Master Chief.
He's kind of quiet and nerdy, but he'll make your calves cramp.
Mm-hmm. This is before they elongated the rest of his body. They just elongated his penis. Thanks, Dr. Catherine Halsey.
You know what?
All right, I do know too much. You're right.
I went to go do the... First of all, you definitely do. I went to go do the awoogo, but then I remembered that is a bonus
That's
sound.
a Patreon-only sound.
You must simply pay us $5 to hear the awoogo or listen to the teaser.
Luna, are you going to make your first ever appearance on the podcast?
My other cat is here, and she's investigating the Pelican case.
It's just the boys.
Well, it's about time we get into it. Let's play the theme song. Our first segment of the week.
We already played it, I think.
Oh, wait, before we do that,
sorry,
you
team.
scared Waffles by pulling the wire. You scared him. He jumped out of the blueberry box.
Oh, it's taut.
It doesn't reach you, does it? It doesn't reach you.
Doesn't.
You're going to have to scoot half off the couch. We'll plug that back in.
All right.
Anyway.
Are we going to die or are we close to death? You know, I can also just read it on the table.
Just do your best to read. Use your
Waffles,
young eyes.
I am so sorry.
This is not professional, folks.
Alrighty.
How do we start the show? We do not go right into the playlist. We have to start
Quora.com
with Last Time on Quarrators.
Last time on Quarrators.
The question is...
Would Kratos from God of War be a gentle lover?
Would he kiss you soft?
I think he would.
Let's find out.
Do you think these like people doing like gardening across the street can hear us yelling about Kratos having sex?
I hope so, but the thing is, I think that house moved out.
There's a woman right there doing gardening.
No, dog, I don't see. Yeah, whatever. She's cool. She wants to know this. She wants to know about Kratos. We have one response from Rowdy Elf, who's answered our last 5 questions.
Rowdy Elf is a listener.
I think that means you're a listener. Also, they use our signature code word, scrambled eggs.
I really like how little thought went into scrambled eggs. I'm glad we didn't think too much about it.
And we'll never change it.
No, I don't think we should, because I feel like if we thought too much about it, we would have picked something worse, like Quora time or something. You know what I mean?
That's true.
This is a real one.
Oh, there's a real no scrambled eggs in this one.
No.
Okay.
It better be real. Ethan Rewald, if you're listening to the podcast.
It says on their Quora description, in-game lore enthusiast, and that leads me to believe they would know if Kratos is a gentle lover.
First of all, I think the answer is yes.
As Katie pointed out last week, there is that cutscene where not the in-game QuickTime event.
Yeah.
In,
Press X to come.
It's it was far more complicated than that. You had to rotate the sticks to please multiple women in a bathtub.
I mean,
and I believe God of War 2. No, well, there's no way of knowing this. But anyway, yeah, you had to really rub those sticks, and then it would be like a lady going oh, and then Kratos would be like, oh.
That is how sex is, I find. You have to rub those
blasting. The thing is, he's never happy, so you gotta wonder what that half a second moment is where Kratos is just I've never been more relaxed.
He's smoking a cigarette afterwards.
It clears your mind.
Was that good for you? Did you come?
I love to see him go. I'm cool guy Kratos. Got the Donald Trump meme sunglasses floating down on my eyes because I'm so cool.
Hey, take a chill pill.
Scram.
It's Teen Wolf's best friend Styles, but he's Kratos.
We watched Teen Wolf last night.
Sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up.
It's going to come up. And all you need to know is the movie should have been called The Teen Wolf's Friend Styles, because he is clearly the star of the movie. Needless to say, we can't talk about that.
Okay,
now.
we have to read what Ethan said. Ethan says, absolutely. He has learnt a lot about love from his son Atreus.
Pause.
All right.
This is a very specific moment of Kratos. Because Kratos does not have a son for those first few games.
Let's break this down. So he learns how to be a gentle lover from his son.
From his son. Who I guess is just hugging him very gently all the time.
You're a good boy. I'm going to fuck your mom better now.
I'm learning to listen to women. I've noticed the way you kiss Papa on his head.
I'm sitting my gray ass down.
Really makes you think.
Woke Kratos. We're doing all the good bits.
This is the best episode we've ever done. Okay, so
no one's ever dug into
his son
Kratos.
taught him how to love gently, and
but if you're talking about a relationship with him, it's going to be really difficult since he had 2 wives pass away. Other than that, he is hesitant on the amount of love you're giving him.
He did kill Poseidon by ramming his own trident through his esophagus.
But he secretly enjoys it.
He secretly enjoys it.
According to Ethan. Ethan knows his true heart.
Yeah,
Ethan is Kratos.
Ethan, no, I don't think. I think he's
more than
this. He's he went to Kratos University.
Yeah,
he doesn't have to be Kratos. I think it's so interesting. Now, all right, so we're queuing into Kratos' trauma, and they're like, well, 2 of his wives died. He must be sad about that. This is a man who's murdered 10,000 people.
My wives keep dying.
I think he may have other trauma outside of love.
Sure, PTSD.
Why is he gray?
Dragons he killed.
Didn't the gods make him gray?
Yeah, I don't think he's gray originally, right?
Yeah, he's normal mode,
and then he turns gray and red.
Yeah, because he this gray. I don't remember.
I'm going normal.
I'm not Ethan,
mode.
and I'll never be Ethan.
Well, let's look on his profile.
Yeah, if he has other Kratos questions. Okay. Grimlock and Transformers. Braveverse.
Who is Bulkhead and Transformers? Most of the answers.
He knows all about Transformers.
Who is Bulkhead? Who is Megatron? Who is Grimlock?
Who's stronger, Optimus Prime as the monkey or as the truck?
Let me tell you who Grimlock is.
Yes. Well, you sit your gray ass down and listen to Jeremy.
I don't know who Grimlock is.
Oh.
I actually do not
You're
know.
embarrassing us in front of Ethan.
Let's see what Grimlock is. Grimlock is one of the most iconic Dinobots in the franchise. All right, now you know. Mostly because he transforms into a T-Rex, which is a fan favorite for dino lovers. So I guess there's that. So there you go.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Thank you, Ethan.
Yeah, that's who Grimlock is. Thanks for writing in about Grimlock.
Thanks for listening to the podcast. We've been Curators. Hey, hit up our Patreon for bonus episodes. Go to our Discord.
Check out that. Ring that bell.
Ring that bell on YouTube. And good night.
And good night.
Right,
because now, in the nighttime, the playlist can begin.
All right, let's do it.
I hit the wrong thing.
Welcome to The Quoker, our incel and manosphere segment where we give incels advice on how to navigate their lives.
We're two married men, and although we have seen Naruto, we aren't making that our whole thing.
I've never seen Naruto.
Pause on that. Take the time to watch Naruto.
I've never seen Naruto. I've never seen One Piece.
There's so much you could learn about life. He's an orphan and everyone hates him for it. That's the main message of Naruto is orphans are bad and you shouldn't trust them.
Most of them probably are.
If you could trust them, their parents would be alive.
Who's an orphan in media? Like Batman's an orphan, Naruto's an orphan, Annie.
It's very convenient from a art perspective to make a character and be like, what are their parents like? They don't have any. Don't worry about that.
Don't want to write those characters, so they're gone.
Yeah, they're actually, they make friends and those are their parents now. This is like in Disney shows, they always have like a dead parent and it's like, well, I thought of a good dad. You want more than that?
You
It's
want
distracting.
a good mom too? Then the character's gonna be too well-rounded.
She was killed by Batman's villains.
Joe Chill. That's the name of the guy who killed his parents.
Is that true?
Yeah, Joe Chill.
But wasn't he? Is he like a supervillain or he's just a
he's
villain?
Just a guy.
And his just name is Joe Chill. In New York, a lot of guys are named stuff like that.
A lot of the Batman villains are mobsters. So like at one point, like Batman writers got really into like The Godfather and just started doing The Godfather.
I'm going to add, by the way, that Joe Chill is not a mafia name, but continue.
But yeah, I think he works for the like Falcones or something.
Oh, okay. Now we're talking. Now it's about respect.
I could be wrong. It's one of those things that they later on threw in. Like they were like, we gotta flesh out the guy who killed Batman's parents. Let's call him Joe Chill.
Okay. Well, it's not Master Chief Week. Let's answer people's questions. Our first question
here's
of the day.
First question. This is a little more serious than what we've been talking about, so let's get into it. Will I die if I cut off my penis?
A lot of people asking this.
Now, I straight up think yes.
Yeah, you probably will because you got so much freaking blood down there.
If you get like a boner while you do it too, I assume
if
this
it
turns
gives
you on.
you a boner to cut it off.
I assume you're not cutting it off because you don't get boners from that.
Well, here's the thing: is you cut it off and you like drag your sword through it or whatever, and then you think I'm bad, and that's gonna make you rock hard,
right?
But it won't because you don't have a penis anymore.
And the way you get rock hard is through blood,
and
that
the
blood
way
is
you
gonna
get
spurt out.
Catchphrase of the show, by the way. The way you get rock hard is through blood. Don't even try without it.
I tried to write a joke about this years ago, but it wasn't very funny. But I think it's worth bringing up on this podcast.
About what? About what?
You know how like everyone calls penises, everybody does this. Calls penises, they'll say like grower versus shower.
Everybody's always saying this.
Where it's like if you're a shower, your dick looks small, but then if you get a boner, it looks normal size. But a
Super
grower,
Saiyan theory change.
Yeah, exactly. We're all on the same page
here. It transforms versus just hanging out and you got a big
I learned
sock.
that some people, instead of grower versus shower, call it meat dick versus blood dick.
Oh,
and I
interesting.
love that.
And it sounds like
D&D to me.
D&D, World of Warcraft terms.
Yeah, fucking rules.
That is pretty cool.
I tried going with a bunch of other ones, but
it's too bad
sperm caster.
I mean, I don't think too many people say meat dick versus blood dick.
They don't.
I think all it takes is one before you're getting writ up onto the New York Comedy Club stage.
I thought it was so cool.
That's all it takes.
Let me tell you,
to get taken down.
It bombed. Everyone was like, I don't care.
Wrong, fake, not a real dick term.
I just like that blood dick sounds like you have a fucking warlock penis. Instead of like, I'm not a shower. I have a warlock who uses dark spells so I would not look as small.
Yeah, I do feel like it is the grower community who is like, we need better terms for
that's what
our
it is.
thing is.
They've got together.
Shower sounds way better.
Yeah, they kick a guy out because they can see the outline of his penis through his pants. They're like, hey, that's a meat dick. Get him out of here.
It feels like too much work because your shower versus grower is the perfect condensed version of what the phenomenon is, where one is big and you show people, and then the other one gets bigger, and like anything you add on top of that, is just more confusing.
Yes, I think I literally got him backwards earlier though.
Wow.
Maybe not. I don't know. Whatever.
Take time to learn. Anyway, yeah, you'll die.
Shout out to those meat dicks and blood dicks.
You'll die
you will
if you cut that off.
You will definitely die.
There's a way to do it, like if you were like if you have surgery or something, or somebody like could bandage you up instantly. I think you could be okay, or like if you like cauterize it closed or whatever. But yeah, you're gonna have a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Also, you gotta pee out of something, or you're gonna have toxic shock and die.
Yeah. You do gotta pee. You know what?
You gotta pee out of something.
I've never considered that. You gotta pee out of something. You
gotta pee out of something. Famously. If you could like cut it off to a nub and then poke a hole in the front, would that be okay, or is that just gonna bleed?
If you cut it to a knob.
This is my riddle. If you cut it off and now it's a nub.
Okay.
And you're like, oh shit, I'm full of piss.
You somehow like made it stop bleeding. Like you cut it with a lightsaber. So that it, like,
you cauterize instantly. Yeah.
Cauterize it. And then you poke a hole with like a needle.
But for the urine. For the urine. This one's for the urine.
I think, yeah, you'd be fine.
Yeah, it's fine. So either you die or it's fine.
You could do that.
Let's see what the people on Quora have to say.
Short answer, based on the information given, yes, you will. Long answer, the penis has a tremendous amount of blood flow capacity.
Yes,
It'd be like severing your femoral artery in your upper leg. Femoral artery?
That would be like severing your femoral artery.
In your upper leg. Think about how much blood your heart has to keep pumping through there to keep the tissues engorged during arousal.
I know that's right.
Now imagine how much blood your heart will be pumping to that area when your adrenaline spikes due to you performing a sudden traumatic injury to your genitals.
Oh, yeah, that would really do it.
With immediate...
Sorry, I was on the wrong tab.
No, it's okay.
It also didn't seem like the right moment.
With immediate, like within seconds of you lopping your junk off, and competent first aid, i.e. someone with first aid training who knows what to do for heavily bleeding wound and not just put pressure on it, followed by a significant effort by trauma ER personnel, you would likely survive. Alone? Probably not.
That's a great answer.
I really like the put pressure on it one because it's like, that's a great way, like, oh, you're trying to get that girl to touch your wiener? Cut it off and be like, oh, I got to cut.
You have
put
to
pressure
help me.
On it.
My nub needs pressure. Girls are so tired of hearing that a guy's nub needs pressure. We know you're just trying to get me to touch your nub.
I got bit by a snake.
Oh, a snake is here and it bit on my hog. It thought my hog was running free.
It thought it was another snake.
No, it's not.
It doesn't work.
Deadly penis.
Guess what? You're dead now.
That's so sad. Here's a good answer. Will I die if I cut off my penis? Who the hell knows?
Thank you, Quora.com.
That could be the response to many of these.
But we'll keep reading that one.
Why take the risk? I suggest that you don't cut off your penis. I feel the same way. I would love to mock this person.
The last line.
Good luck, no matter what you decide.
Good luck, no matter what you decide out there. Hey.
Oh,
whatever,
man.
Ultimately, it's your call.
Quora, no judgment. Feel free to cut your dick off or not.
Sit your gray ass down.
Good luck if you decide it's better to cut your penis off. It depends on how much blood you lose. I feel like we've really covered the... this guy says mostly no.
Cool.
And he's an entrepreneur,
You will still be able to pass urine without a penis.
Okay, from where?
Okay, straight up, there's no one in the world who has been able to pee who doesn't have a penis. That I know.
But how is he planning on doing it?
Oh, well, he's using a lightsaber to cut off his penis so that he's poking a hole with a needle.
Does it automatically know to redirect through your butt like a bird and now you just have a cloaca? Is that what the implication is?
Yeah, I guess so.
Or that you just need to poke a hole in the front like getting your ear pierced?
I think it's like getting your ear pierced.
It's pretty much just like getting your ear pierced if you get your penis
up. You can do it once you're like 16.
I would say the Quorator's official stance on this is do not cut your penis off if you're an impressionable young listener, but that people on the internet are questioning it.
Hey, hit that bell.
Slam that bell. You get live notifications.
Okay, we're done.
All right,
now.
that's the first question.
Oh my God, I didn't know this next question was so relevant to the episode.
Yep.
I did not know that this was going to be the question.
It's the theme of the week.
Okay, you ready for this question, YouTube and podcast listeners? Okay.
I'm ready.
How does it feel being a gamer? Let me tell you, it feels fucking great.
It's nothing better than
Is
picking
Fortnite
up a
overrated?
game. I don't know. I would love to talk about it.
Fortnite is underrated.
It's underrated. People don't know it's low-key good.
I think it's the best game because the most people play it.
It's got so many guns in it.
It really does.
How many guns does it have?
They rotate them in and out.
Oh, what? I know like other games have like 20 or so.
Yeah.
But Fortnite, you can do a Kamehameha, I've heard.
You can. It's dope.
And it sounds dope. I
and
don't
you
play
can do
the game.
Fuck.
But I am a gamer though, and it does feel really good.
Who's the big jacked like guy the superhero guy who's got like the blue suit on?
Superman.
Oh yeah. No, it's an anime character. I can't think of his name.
Oh, All Might?
Yeah. You can do his punch.
Well, so it's just like a big punch.
Yeah.
All Might is essentially Superman, so I feel like I was
What
right
is
the
he
first
from
time.
again?
He's from My Hero Academia.
Yes. Okay.
I hate that I know these things. But how does it feel being a gamer? It feels good. I wonder if the answers on this are going to be self-critical and like, well, you know, I could have had more skills if I wasn't gaming, or if they're just going to be like, how's it feel to be the general of the top StarCraft army?
Let me tell you, people don't fucking mess with you when you're a gamer because you know strategy.
Yeah.
You know hand-eye coordination.
There are a few things, like if you start out young, if you get them gaming young, I feel like when you do things like you operate heavy machinery, you learn to drive a car, you're like, I feel like I'm kind of naturally good at driving the car.
Right.
Like I've done moves in my car where I'm like, that was a gamer skill.
What move?
Like a skid rush,
Sure.
a skid boost.
Sure.
I remember in high school, and in retrospect, this was a crazy thing to
I
do.
have
A car
similar
stopped in
thoughts.
front of me on the road, and I swerved around
Oh my God.
onto the sidewalk.
Oh my God.
Which now I would just stop and wait for the car to move. But at the time I was like, no problem, speed up. And that's a gamer move. That's something I learned from Mario, my friend who drives.
I definitely tried to skid my parents' minivan in high school on like ice for fun.
Damn.
Which, in retrospect,
That's
is
not a car that
extremely
skids.
dangerous. No.
It's a rolling car.
Yeah, not a good idea.
That's a rolling style car.
we had we yelled Tokyo Drift or whatever, and
Oh, yeah. Watched that for the first time recently, by the way. It's good. It's
can't
good as
say I
hell.
agree.
It's good as hell.
Not as good as fucking Teen Wolf.
Well, it's not a competition.
Okay, here's the thing.
Anyway, how does it feel being a gamer?
I work as a professional gamer, and
Uh-huh.
it feels really good.
Professional gamer there's an asterisk after that one. And it's a magazine.
It is a magazine.
I have a
It's
high score
parody.
at magazine
It's
editing.
a parody of a magazine. I don't even like video games, is the truth.
Yeah, he thinks they suck.
I don't really play them that often.
But he is a gamer, though.
I am. Because once you're a gamer, you're always a gamer.
It's in you for life after that.
All right,
It's like the mark of Cain. Anyway, what do the people say?
This year, something funny has happened to me. Has happened to how I feel about being a gamer. My oldest son is 12.5 years old and likes to game like me. I have PlayStation Plus, so what I am playing shows up under the screen name. My son
Can I
has
just
friends
say,
at school.
good purchase of PlayStation Plus. It's free games every month. Shout out to our friends at Sony. You make wonderful products.
We are sponsored by Sony this week.
Sony.
I don't know if we can legally say that.
We are legally sponsored by Sony. What are they going to do about it?
We're sponsored by Sony. Hey, what would Kratos sound like when he busts?
Oh!
Sony wants you to know. Send in your audio to fucking Jim Ryan at Sony.com.
Yeah, so 12.5, huh? That's a good integer of child.
My son has friends at school. He has added his friends to my PlayStation account. They play Minecraft and Overwatch together under my account. I recently learned from my son that I've become a legend around his school when his friends log on and see my name playing Final Fantasy 15, Skyrim, Skyrim, I said. Skyrim.
They're playing Skyrim.
They're playing Skyrim. Metal Gear Solid 5, GTA 5, Dragon Age, Inquisition, World of Final Fantasies, etc. And ask if he is playing, and he replies that it's his mom. Their minds are fucking blown.
This is a gamer mom of 4.
I have become the coolest mom ever to his friends. Dude, your mom plays fucking Skyrim?
She's not playing Dragon Age 0, is she? That's kind of a slow roll. Takes 20 hours to get into it.
Holy shit, dude. Your mom plays Final Fantasy 15?
She has the patience of a mother of 4. That's crazy. I think, like... I know lots and lots of people do this, but to have to take care of a young child and then find time to play Final Fantasy, that's commitment.
Yeah.
You gotta a lot of these games don't feel like unwinding. They feel like a job you're clocking into.
Some of these games are so fucking long.
Yeah, and they're so tense, and you really have to have the training of a gamer.
That's you, because you're playing Persona 5, which is like 10,000 hours.
That's right. But it's really putting me in the mindset of a mercurial exchange student, which is the experience I'm looking for.
When you finish that game, you should get like a Japanese high school diploma.
I have so many girlfriends, and half of them are kind of doing pedophilia to me, but it's just so
right, because your
crazy.
teachers will date you, right?
Your teachers will date you. There's this one character in Persona 5 who is a doctor who has been shunned from the medical community and does experiments on you.
That's so hot.
And I believe you can date her. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think if you just keep hanging out, she's like, you got a good heart.
That's like what the true
give you drugs.
That's what the true open world experience is. Like people just want a game where you can romance every character.
Yeah, it's true. It's
they
not
don't
like
want
real
to pick
life.
up all those flowers or climb a hill. They want to romance the science experiment lady.
They want to fall in love with the science woman, and that's how it feels to be a gamer, is to be universally loved.
Yeah.
And also, when you steep yourself in that experience, then it feels bad the moment literally anything isn't tailored to your exact specifications, and you freak out in a public situation. And I think that's how a lot of this internet stuff comes to be.
I'm trying to see what else. Oh my god, gamers write so much.
Gamers are so good at click clack.
I
on the
think
keyboard, you know what I mean?
Dude, they love click clack.
Clack, 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 clack.
Clickety clackety. Dude, we get it.
I have a lot of thoughts.
I would write my core answers with a fucking dual shock controller.
Oh yeah, I'd have a Wavebird. I would hit ZR to send a good response
on your Wavebird. That's the wireless GameCube controller.
Yeah.
Sick.
Pretty dope.
Pretty fucking cool, dude.
Did you ever get good at like the like 4 face button style typing that you used to have to do? Like I had a PSP and I got good at surfing the internet on it, and now I can really queue up like a username pretty fast on those.
Wow. What's the 4 circle?
Yeah, it's like triangle, square, X, circle.
Oh,
like
sure.
Buttons. Yeah.
Sure.
Because, it's a lot easier when every button has a letter on it and you type with those. This is very boring, but I wanted to brag about that in a public setting.
You know what drives me crazy?
Do you think it's cool?
Apps that have alphabetical keyboards make me so mad.
Oh, yeah.
Big time. If I was like a club comic, that would be my big closer. These fucking apps.
Hey, let me ask you, what's your favorite kind of keyboard?
QWERTY. If you're not using QWERTY, you're gay. That'd be my big closer.
Yeah, if you want to be relatable on a broadband, it does have to be the direction it's headed. Is there another good gamer answer?
I think the biggest difference between being a gamer and having parentheses, nearly any other hobby is the rate at which the medium is improving. I mean, things that are being done right now, VR, total environmental destruction, nemesis system, would have been impossible 10 years ago. Sure, if you watch modern films, the special effects might look better, but they can't do anything completely different to what was capable in the 70s. Have you seen Avatar: The Way of Water?
Yeah,
they invented a planet.
True. They invented a planet. They invented the whale who has trauma, and he doesn't tell you about his life.
They invented a whale that has trauma. You could not do that in the 70s.
He has things in his past he's ready to move on from. In the 70s, they wouldn't understand. It would just be like, I killed people. I'm a whale.
is the new film Whale Killer.
And also back in the 70s, and this is how it was, we know as old heads, you would just name the movie Whale Killer, and then it would be about that. It wouldn't have to be
Dude,
Avatar Way of Water.
In the 80s, they would just put two words together and see what happens.
We're really Teen Wolf built today. We tried to. We had a moment before it started where we're like, we're not even going to talk about Teen Wolf.
His girlfriend's name is Boof.
Her name is Boof, and it doesn't say what that's short for. And she plays one-on-one basketball with his dad. She comes over when he's not there to hoop it up with his dad.
Yeah, and the dad's just like, hey, how's it going, Scotty? I was just playing basketball with this girl you're friends with.
I was just rocking it with Boof. You better walk her home. Also, it implies that his mother was murdered with a gun.
Yeah, it does.
But then never elaborates on that. I don't know.
She was stealing chickens.
What did Boof have to do with that? Also, what do you think Boof is short for? And is it Boof Aliano? These are the questions I had about Boof. All right. From now on, Teen Wolf is not going to come up.
All right. We all know wolves. What if one was a teen?
What if one was young and he played basketball?
What if the whole idea was just the guy became a wolf and it made everyone want to fuck him?
Yeah, everybody instantly has to stop what they're doing in high school because it's wolf time, but not a wolf like in the way you know one, like just like a cool athlete. Just like a guy who's hairy and does flips is what a wolf is. They're not like dogs, really.
Why is he a wolf? Shut the fuck up.
That's unimportant.
Just suck his dick.
Literally, just have sex with him. He's a sexy wolf.
Can I have sex with you as a human? No.
And then there's one guy who knows he's a wolf and keeps trying to like fight him, and it's like, he's a wolf. You know this won't go well for you.
He's literally a wolf who can play basketball.
They put him in a play because he's a wolf. That doesn't even make sense. Makes less sense than the basketball thing.
Being a wolf makes him better at being in a play. That's how cool it is to be a wolf.
I think being a wolf is a metaphor for something, but it's like very flexible and unclear what it is.
Kind of puberty, but not really. Because they do the fucking Spider-Man thing. Before any Spider-Man movie ever came out, they just say, with great power comes great responsibility. And it's like, well, what responsibility? It's like, I don't know, dude. You got to fuck women as a wolf.
You have to, because they demand it.
It's your responsibility to go wolf mode on these girls.
Propagate your seed among the human folk. High school was so different in the 80s.
Anyway, what's it like being a gamer?
No, we're done with the gamer question. This went on way too long. This is another. So to remind you, we are in the incel category. This is a question.
We've been recording for 3 minutes.
I believe it. I believe it because I'm having so much fun. The question is it gay for a dude to get a clear coat after a pedicure? Now, this is structurally a joke.
It's Pride Month.
Also, happy Pride. And game on to my gay gamers. But in addition, this is a joke because the clear coat is a misdirect and then pedicure is the punchline.
Do you think this is someone making a joke? Or do you think it's someone being genuine?
No, I think this is a joke because of the structure of it. But I also would like to answer it as a sincere question. What is a clear coat?
I think that's just like
we are so ill prepared for this now that we're getting into it.
I think it's just like
we need any woman on. Why did I not do this one with Katie? That would have been so easy.
I know. Now we'll never know what a clear coat is. And I think it's just like if instead of it's just clear nail polish, it's just like a protective.
Oh, it's like a freaking Jimmy hat for your nails. I'm thinking a straight guy talk. For nails.
So it's like a kind of rubber?
So you kind of wrap it on there like a dong bag?
So when your nails come.
It's like a dong bag for your fingers.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what it is, and it just keeps it from chipping, I believe.
But yeah, you're saying the joke is that the pedicure is the more traditionally feminine thing. Like you're saying,
the joke is a pedicure. The normal question would be, is it gay for a dude to get a pedicure?
Right.
But the joke version is it gay for a dude to get a clear coat after a pedicure.
Is it gay for a guy to have a milkshake after sucking cock?
Exactly.
That's the punched up version.
Exactly. Although maybe, culture has just moved so far, and happy Pride, and maybe Gen Z is out there and the young men are getting pedicures, but they do feel a little insecure about getting the clear coat.
Clear coat. They're like, what's the line here?
Yeah, because if you were really an alpha, you would just raw dog your pink nails.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it seems like a good thing.
Anyway, people are going to be furious at this in the comments, so let's read what they are. No, I mean, in the question.
I think we've been clear that you could do whatever you want, and it's gay or not gay. Whatever you want to do is fine.
Hey, as long as you get the high score at the game of your choice.
Let me tell you, whether you're gay, whether you're straight, just make sure to slam that bell.
Freaking ring it. I want to hear that when I go to sleep.
Yeah, dude. It should be like a fucking church.
Yeah, it should be like a church, this podcast. This podcast is my church. Because I swear I go to pray.
Every Sunday, dude. Okay.
It's Saturday.
Chris said, yeah. But
this is a Jewish podcast.
Yeah, it's a Jewish podcast.
Okay.
It's a Jewish church. It's one of those Jewish churches where you pray to Jewish God.
Take me to Jewish church. It's a new song I'm working on. Okay.
If we were like a terrible like Jewish Weird Al cover band and we did Take Me to Temple, we'd make $1 million.
I have been trying to think of like new angles for it.
Take me to Temple and they'll have a bagel with lox. And people are like, yes!
It's out. Yeah, you can just hear Kratos busting miles away.
There's like 50,000 people in the audience screaming like it's the Beatles.
We are gonna make so much money in 2016. I cannot wait for Take Me to Temple to release. Chris Woodruff, who studies Spanish in college.
I forget what our podcast is.
Yeah.
We're trying to learn what quora is.
Yeah.
The question erroneously equates femininity with homosexuality.
Makes you think.
Heterosexuals often perceive homosexual men as less masculine, but homosexual men come in all varieties and forms of masculinity. There are the Harley biker types, as well as the queens and everything in between. Like this guy's like, here's a list of types of gay people.
Yeah, this is like, oh, you must not know of the wild Pokemon-like status of gay people. Let me list all 150.
Water types. Everyone knows that Harley biker types can defeat queens, but twinks can defeat Harley biker types.
If you find an Eevee-style gay man, you can evolve him into many different evolutions.
A man who cares for his appearance, be that with a pedicure or without clear color, whatever. We know the answer to this.
We know all about that. Yeah, there's all kinds of types, and you got to catch them all. No.
We're all learning. He says he might be a bit gay if you have a male pedicurist.
That's an interesting caveat there. And ask him for a happy finish afterwards. I don't know about that.
Why?
Oh no, he's saying if you have sex with the manicure, with the pedicure.
They're saying get the guy to jack you off.
It's gay if you get your pedicure and then fuck your guy. But
that is actually objectively true.
That's what happens in the Kratos style quick time event at the pedicurist. Thank you for my beautiful coat.
Is this gay? And then the pedicurist is like, no, dude, you got to like learn to. I mean, it can be if you're gay, and he's just like, I just don't know what to do.
My son taught me how to kiss.
All my wives keep dying, so I figured maybe there's a reason.
I'm looking to branch out. Why are your hands covered in blood? Don't touch them.
Put a clear coat over the blood.
Send us in your pictures of Kratos with beautiful feet.
Yeah.
I think we're kind of done with these answers.
Everyone's trying to be funny.
We've covered yes and no. Stop being funny.
A lot of pictures of feet
on here. A lot of guys' feet with beautiful nails.
So if you would like to look at feet, go to Quora.com. I don't think we should put.
I'm not gonna find all the ones.
No,
it's just like a hassle for me.
Also, we don't need to put foot porn on our fucking podcast.
Well, we could. Okay.
Oh yeah, this is just one I thought was interesting.
So this has been the doc for a long time. Jeremy has he kind of has like Quoras that he's learned from and have helped him grow as a man. And so this one, while it is in the incel category, is very interesting. And it's called, what is a life hack that you think everybody should know?
Yeah, I wrote this down. I honestly don't remember it. I just remember that it's about the bathroom.
I think the logic is that incels, they're always looking for
Life hacks
to
procreate,
to finally have sex because they're so desperate.
And they need a hack. They can't just do like the normal
They can't do it. They're low scoring.
Asking a lady.
Yeah.
They have to get fucking aim bots.
Yeah, they got to
for
turn on
having
hacks.
sex.
Yeah, okay, so what's this one?
Okay, always take the first stall in a public bathroom. I learned this trick. Wait, what happened there?
I think I started and stopped. I was looking for honey.
I learned this trick while taking a dump at a local sandwich shop and reading a sign on the wall that stated this fact. I wondered if it was true, so I did some research, and sure enough, statistics show that choosing the first bathroom stall is most likely to be the least used and also the cleanest.
What?
This is due to a psychological...
I feel like I wear those babies out.
This is due to a psychological phenomenon called centrality preference. Centrality preference is a general rule that causes humans to prefer items in the middle rather than on the extreme ends. In the case of bathrooms, humans are more likely to choose the middle stalls, which makes them the dirtiest. I started using this trick, and the results shocked me. Time and time again, the first stall has turned out to be squeaky clean compared to the others. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and if you're not sure of how it is in comparison, you have to go from stall to stall and see how each of them looks.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, that's really interesting.
Use the first one.
I will just dive right in that baby. Here's the thing: is stall close the door. The person who has to really like bust out a loaf, they're kicking that one in because they ran to the bathroom like, I'm gonna shoot it out, and then they have to pick the closest one. So that one's gonna get used in that situation. But
so, do you think that we can?
In frequency, I think that happens less.
Do you think that we could like formally put out a disagreement with the centrality preference theory with our bust a loaf theory, where it's like the higher percentage of guys trying to bust a loaf,
which really messes up the toilet,
far more than someone who has time to consider which stall they want.
Yeah, it's like it sounds like a monsoon season in there.
Yeah,
with all the loafs raining.
So
down.
Guess what? You've gone. Oh, fewer people are using this one, but they're using it a lot more.
There's extreme
blasting
use
fucking shit all over
in
it
the first one because of all the shit they.
So consider that, incels.
We've been sitting on this one. Much like you be sitting on the toilet when you blast that loaf.
You know what? I'll say what I wrote in the doc, which is that it's not that funny, but it is genuinely a little bit interesting.
Honey.
And that's enough for me.
And that's enough for me, baby.
That's the end of our incel segment. How much time have we done on this podcast?
We did a great job there. We really know how to... Oh, I'm getting a phone call which goes through the mixer. That's a good feeling. Oh, don't worry. It's just a robot.
Can we answer it? Does it?
No, I'm not. I already turned it off. I'm not answering it.
Wouldn't that have been weird if it went through? Can we take calls on this podcast and it goes through?
Who should we call?
I don't know.
Should we call Alyssa?
That would be weird.
Well, I'm just trying to think of a safe person to call.
Well, it is interesting to just think that you could call anyone.
It opens up a new Crank Yankers style to the Core Raiders podcast.
You could call anyone. If we ever have like a question where we're like, who'd have a great answer for this? Our comedy friend.
Oh, which yeah.
I guess doesn't really...
Let me get John Oliver up here.
You know who would have a great answer to this? My friend Kratos.
All right,
Stop calling this number.
You know when Kratos picks up the phone, he's yelling,
Boy.
What
is it, boy?
These robots are ringing me up. Oh, so we have a new segment next, which means we need new music.
Oh, yeah.
So go to the YouTube Music Studio.
YouTube Studio Library.
We're going to find... So we've been taking questions of this mode and putting them into other segments, but it's time that we branch out and really make this its own space, and that is the new segment, Quillosophy, for all your philosophical questions.
What do you think I should look for, sound effects or music?
Oh, music.
Okay, and then we want to look for mood.
What is the mood of philosophy?
Angry, bright, calm, dark, dramatic, funky, happy, inspirational, romantic, sad.
I'm going to lead towards funky in all of these situations.
Yeah, I was going to say inspirational.
Inspirational is good.
Let's hear it.
Okay, click inspirational. This is the song Crops.
Hey, Welcome to the freaking Quillosophy, dude. It's the college campus. I got my guitar, and we're learning about all sorts of stuff.
Hey, hack me the sack.
I can't listen to this anymore.
Okay, so you don't like that one then?
I like all of them. They're fine. I don't know. None of them sound like really like
Give me another
songs.
one. Give me another one. Hey.
Do you ever wonder what it's like? What would happen if you cut your penis off?
Is it ethical to chop your hog in half?
Is it gay to get a clear coat after a pedicure? Welcome to Curators. We're the only podcast that's willing to answer such questions as, my kid was caught playing Roblox, so I shot him in the face. Am I a bad mom?
We're sponsored by Sony, and we represent them on a legal basis.
All right, well, that was fun, but I don't know if it's quite the one.
No.
This one's called Island Dream.
Okay, I have high hopes for this. This is the least philosophical out of all of them. This is just we're on vacation.
I hate this.
Oh, I'm totally checking out listening to this. Ugh.
Future Glider.
All right, this
I feel like
sucks.
for this one, it should have a German accent for some reason.
Future Glider.
Welcome to Curators.
Take wing. All right, do one more.
All
right, find a good one.
Pick. All right, let's do a hip hop one.
Okay.
Let's do
Squadda BTV.
That is not what I expected.
Slow build.
I did not expect it to sound like a nursery rhyme.
Yeah, we're kind of the poets of the street, and we're asking questions only thug poets ask. This is Blackberry K2. This is another hip-hop philosophy one. Well, they're inspirational hip-hop. They're not really philosophy. We didn't even put the word in.
So, I know this guy's Slink is good. My other podcast...
I was about to say, is this a word?
My other podcast uses this song by him and as our actual theme song. I know that he makes good ones.
Okay, well...
This is Dr. Momentum.
How many songs are we going to listen to for the philosophy segment?
This fucks.
Is Kratos a gentle lover now? Okay, that's enough.
Okay.
Let's do the question.
Welcome to
Philosophy. I don't know which one of those we picked, but we'll get back to you on that.
How can you tell if someone is really in an African prison and needs money to get out?
This is good because in today's go-go society, you're going to get robot calls.
Yeah.
You're going to get letters from your African uncle saying you're a prince and that they're in prison and they need money. And how can you tell which ones are for real, for real?
Is this a thing that happens anymore? I feel like I haven't gotten an African
I've gotten
prince.
an email from an African prince.
Really? Recently?
Like a year or two ago, yeah.
Really? I think
it really stood out to me
because
because I was like, this is the meme. This is like the joke.
They get one. They did a good joke about it on Flight of the Conchords like 15 years ago.
Yeah. That's how old the format is. And then I think it's tried and true because people like feel like they want to help a stranger.
Right. For a reward.
And that the problem is just that story is played out. People know it's a scam for money. So, but the question is, what if it wasn't a scam for money and somebody is stuck in Africa and they need your help?
So I've never heard of prison.
If you see, but it would be a good one.
It would be, but I wonder if this is a person mishearing Prince.
Oh.
Just because they sound so similar.
Mishearing. Oh, I thought you said
Prince.
Princeton.
Well, okay, well, now I feel pretty stupid when you put it like that.
I think it's the same scheme, right?
No, yeah, it is. I just
So yeah, you should look for an official stamp from the prison. Look for their prison stamp.
Yeah, I think most prisons, they let you email strangers asking for money and offering a reward, right? That's a normal prison activity.
Well, you know how in America you get a phone call? I imagine in Africa
you get one email. You get 1,000 emails.
For some reason, they give you like an official Japanese seal on a letter.
Yeah, so
Those go out.
Call the prison and be like, hey, this guy says he's a prince.
Hey, do you really have this prince in there?
And what crime did he do?
Let him go.
Because I want to know. Well, yeah, I guess if he's offering you money, maybe you don't even want to know. You're like, don't tell me the crime. I just want the cash.
He'll get back to me when he gets out.
Unfortunately, he's been put in prison for email scams.
The first response to this is by a man named Danny Perfect, which is a
We'll be the judge of that.
baller-ass Quora username.
If they were in an African prison, they wouldn't be contacting you. I have yet to see a prison that allows long-distance phone calls. Well, I'm sure there's a way to do it. The cost of the phone call alone for a long-distance prison, say 10 minutes, 10 minutes long from an African prison, that would probably be a couple $100.
Wait. So the thing in America where you get one phone call, you can't do long distance?
I don't know.
This is very interesting. I've never considered that it's only domestic. They don't want to pay the fee. We're killing ourselves with these long distance phone calls.
I guess like if you're like abroad in the U.S. and you get arrested.
Oh, you get...
that would fuck you up, I guess. But like...
you get deported.
Yeah. So then why do you need a non-domestic phone call?
I guess to call someone who could maybe, send you like $2,000, get you out of African prison.
Right. I guess that's fair.
We all know the classic email about a prince that's been misheard and put in as prison.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's happened to everybody.
It could be you, it could be me, but Danny Perfect's here to set the record straight.
He's just saying it's too expensive.
Yeah, it's too expensive, these long distance calls.
I don't think that makes any sense. The guy's a prince.
And he spent 5 years in prison.
And he just needs a little bit of money.
I'm saying Danny Perfect's thing was he's a prison. A lot of these people are CPOs or retired prison guards, and they're meeting online for the worst forum that the internet has ever put together.
Oh, this is a good one. This is genuinely good advice. You can't. It's a scam. But if you really want to know for sure, fly to African and visit them.
Fly to African.
But don't tell them what flight you're on, or you'll be kidnapped and held for ransom as soon as you leave the airport. So
that is an interesting twist at the end I did not see coming.
It's a good clue.
You'll be kidnapped and held for ransom if you go. I don't know where in Africa you're going. It's a whole continent. Has this come up on this show before?
I'm not saying go to Africa. It's go to African.
Take me to African.
Take me to temple.
Saturday. What a day.
All right, let's see. It can be difficult to determine if someone is really in an African prison, needs money to get out, especially if you're communicating with them online.
You're telling me.
He has 5 warning signs. Number 1, urgent requests for money. Number 2, requests for payment through unconventional means.
Like what? Wire transfers.
Yeah, money orders, cryptocurrency.
Tie a $100 bill to a pigeon's foot.
If they ask you for money, but they say a normal way, then it's probably legit.
It's probably for real. Yeah, if they say Venmo me.
Number 3, poor grammar and spelling. Dumb people cannot be real.
No, if you're dumb, you won't be arrested.
No.
Think about it.
Think about that. Number 4, lack of verifiable information. Number 5, requests for personal information. Yeah, those are all just true.
Oh yeah, don't give these African prisoners your social security number.
Immediately sending them my social. Immediately, as soon as they're like, I'm in prison, I'm like, hello.
Don't give them your MasterCard.
108325438.
You love saying your social on here. You love it.
Have I done that in the past?
I can't stop. Yeah, I believe once you have.
All right, well,
yeah, you
sorry.
love giving it out. Don't worry, we'll believe that. We're keeping Jeremy safe. Do not want Jeremy to be impersonated.
It's not my real one, but now you know that that's not my real one. So you can use that to cross it. If I do this bit enough times, you can cross off enough social securities off the list.
How many times would you have to do it before they find it?
At least 4.
That's true, at least 4. All right, let's do the next one.
That's my Joe Biden gender answer.
That's a good point.
At least 3.
All right, the next one of these, you're going to love this.
Okay. Ooh, this one's bold.
So I almost put this in 5 quo.
Okay, this is from Ace on Discord. Join the Discord if you want to talk about Discord stuff.
Send us your quoras.
It's called Discord. We put emojis in there. People are loving it.
It's more fun than other Discords.
We found out most people are from West Texas.
Howdy.
So howdy to all our Quora
They
listeners.
like Quoras big.
Howdy, y'all.
Ring that large bell. So this question is, why are homeowners allowed to claim self-defense, yet burglars aren't? And I have not heard of a burglar claiming self-defense, but it could be because they're not allowed.
Yes, I did shoot this man to death, but after I broke into his home, he was wielding a gun.
I am trying to think of a situation. I mean, cops do this sometimes?
Yes.
Remember that there's
They
that
do all
one
the time.
famous case where the woman like kicked down a guy's door and shot him in his own house and then was like, "Oh, I meant to go in a different house."
Oh my God.
And that kind of worked as self-defense because she was in the police, but normally you can't do that.
Police officers often just go into people's houses and kill people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a known thing.
Well, you never know if it's like time to gank. As a gamer, you gotta gank. Game on, gamers.
Game on, gamers. Are cops gamers?
Are cops
No,
gamers?
They're not allowed to be.
That is a quarrel we should search for after this episode is done.
Or just ask it.
Are cops gamers? Back to this burglars
You can
thing.
shoot a lot of dogs in The Last of Us Part 2.
That's to make everyone feel welcome. Why are homeowners allowed to claim self-defense yet burglars aren't? I think this is specifically designed to enrage
I think so.
gun guys, and let's see if it works.
Neil Foster, 6 years in military, says. And a black belt. He says...
And a black belt, self-taught.
You can ask the same question about a mugger when it
Black
turns
belt
out his
self-taught
victim...
sounds like a fucking joke. Are you kidding me?
This is just like Danny
Oh,
McBride character.
I'm good at this. I'm getting the highest belt.
To be fair, I think you had a little dyslexia on that because it's taught self-defense.
Oh, yep.
Should I not have called you out? Because it is funnier that it's self-taught.
No, you're right. I'm stupid. It would be funny to invent your own style and be like, you start with the black belt and you move to the white one.
I watched enough YouTube videos. While you were out partying, I studied the fist.
I'm owned and I'm triggered.
You can ask the same question about a mugger when it turns out his victim can fight back. All caps. Either way, it is a very stupid, ignorant question. Do you expect the homeowner to just bend over and take it up the ass? The burglar, like a mugger, is the aggressor. They initiated to attack. An aggressor has no right to defend themselves.
An investor,
and then there's a picture.
aggressor has no right.
There's a picture of, I think, the drill sergeant from
Full Metal Jacket. Yeah.
saying, "Christ on a crutch. It must physically hurt to be that stupid."
And then there's a watermark so you can remember.
Memecreatorapp.com.
The watermark does not say Full Metal Jacket.
Did we upload that? We did.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't do it.
Christ
Did you
on
do
a
it?
crutch. Yeah, well, I thought it was a good answer.
I like it. All right, I'm just making sure I didn't do it like subconsciously.
Yeah, but honestly, Christ on a crutch, it must physically hurt to be that stupid.
It must physically hurt to be that
It must
stupid.
physically hurt. Chris Wren, who is a veteran, says burglary is a crime. Obviously, a person has the right to feel safe in their own home, and burglars don't seem to realize this.
Yeah.
That's true. That's one thing I would change about burglars if I had my druthers, is they need to consider what it's like to be burgled.
They really do. Walk a mile in their shoes and then decide if you should steal them.
Think for a second. Take off your burglar boots and put on some flip-flops because you're walking around your house.
Therefore, a homeowner has every right to defend their home and property, and though hopefully we don't actually have to use our firearm or a weapon, it's not like we are mind readers who know if this person or persons is going to harm our family.
I'm not a mind reader.
Have to kill them.
They're breaking into my house.
Oh my God, I'm not a freaking fortune teller. I have to kill.
I'm not
Oh my God, I have the bloodlust.
Is my house Twin Peaks? No, I don't have supernatural powers. I just am surrounded by guns at all times.
All I have is a handgun and a shotgun.
All I have is my smashing hammer.
All I have is my warhammer. Shouts out to the episode we did with Django Gold.
Hey, callback.
Go listen to that. Oh, and also Justin Wang.
Also
Those are
callback.
the two. Well, we talked about that on
Callback.
Callback.
Yeah, but honestly, yeah, burglars have no right to do that.
No, which is so fucked up. Burglar
Wait,
rights.
wasn't the question why?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, why? No.
Yeah.
Oh, and the
Why?
answer is because they're burgling.
Because they are breaking the law.
All right, well, that open and shut
This
case
is
then.
a burglars' rights podcast. We are advocating for burglars to have more rights to
Know your
self-defense.
rights.
Know your rights as a burglar. You can steal up to 3 things.
Put in your tricky hands a law book so that you can put it into your sack,
Yeah. And then
your
you can,
Santa-style sack you use.
Hey, how about you steal some knowledge on how to protect yourself as a burglar?
That's what I'm talking about. Let's end on a good one. How
Okay.
much time have we done?
We've done 1 hour.
Wow, I just felt that.
That's huge for us. All right, let's do one more.
Low key, very attuned to time and its flows.
Let's do you want to do one forbidden knowledge? Want to do this last one?
Yeah, just pick a good one.
Okay, this is our final one. This is forbidden knowledge. I have a question for you, Quora listeners.
Okay.
Who would win in a fight between Freddy Krueger and Anubis from Egyptian mythology?
Ah!
Is that how you pronounce that?
Anubis.
Anubis. Hey, get rid of your old bus.
That's how I would pronounce it if I were the announcer from Smite, the video game. It's a gamers podcast for gamers by gamers.
Hey, man, it's gamer hour on Quarators.
Time to select Anubis.
Who would you pick in Freddy Krueger versus Anubis? Who is Anubis? What's his deal?
Who is Anubis? He's a big dog and he grows tall. He's also in League of Legends.
Is he a dream guy? God of funerary rites, protector of graves, and guide
he's kind
to
of
the
like
underworld.
Hades, but for dogs.
He's got a dog head. You know what this guy reminds me of, actually?
Yeah.
Teen Wolf.
That's interesting you say. I think they're very different. If you read around on the Quora, they're going to get into why he's not like Teen Wolf. First of all, not a teen.
Fucking rules, by the way.
10,000 years old.
People are very excited to answer this.
All right, so I'm just going to tell you right now, no one's going to come out for Freddy Krueger on this one.
Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger is like a disgraced pedophile who cannot materially form himself anymore.
Bro, did you just come out for fucking Freddy Krueger?
Anubis is an Instagram model.
Yes.
He's also a dog.
He's a dog.
He's got a cool hat, and he gets really big depending on what video game you're playing him in.
The thing about Anubis that no one ever brings up is that he's like the rarest pupper.
Preach.
he's like the freaking doggo god.
Yeah, he's a good boy. And he's as old as the sun.
He will bring you to the underworld. Imagine you're getting brought to the underworld and you're like, who's the freaking rare pupper? Look at this floofer right now.
Now that I've gotten past Cerberus, so who is this pupper?
All right, I forgot about that. Well, that guy's Greek, right?
Yeah, that guy's low-key Greek, though. He's not like other dogs. Anyway, let's read a bit.
Okay, so this person is talking about it like, I don't know, like the Egyptian god Anubis is a...
yeah, he's simping for
Please
Anubis.
tell me what I'm saying, how to say it correctly. I'm sorry, but...
It's Anubis.
Anubis? Is that actually it?
I mean, I say that because I've been playing him in video games.
We can look this up.
You keep going on websites that are not Quora, and it is not what we do here, Jeremy.
But look,
you're such a bad boy.
I'm a bad boy.
You're like a Teen Wolf.
All right, ready?
So we're on Google.
Anubis.
Yep, Anubis.
Anubis.
Thank you. I can practice it.
I've never seen someone have trouble with this one before.
Anubis?
Yeah.
Yeah, well...
It just shows how little about Egypt and its gods you know about.
I know, dude. And I didn't fucking watch all the Yu-Gi-Oh cartoons recently. He comes up all the time.
I wonder if he comes up.
All right, whatever. Who cares?
No one cares about that. Tell us about Anubis.
Wiley Fox Trickster, who's been watching horror movies for more than half my life, says Freddy Krueger fighting this guy, and there's
like
a picture
big,
of
sexy
Anubis, and he's like fucking jacked.
He's chiseled from stone.
He looks like a photoshopped version of The Rock.
Yeah, I'd love to do a quick time event with this dog.
In character, Freddy would never, ever provoke a god. He kills teenagers and fights the occasional killing machine. Freddy would turn tail and run from Anubis. But that answer is no fun, so I'll humor this.
When does he fight a killing machine? I've seen a lot of Nightmare on Elm Street.
He fights Jason. So
that's like Jason's pretty much God.
Yeah, he is basically.
They're both undead.
He's been
monsters.
to space.
Yeah, he does cool stuff.
Let's say for some reason Freddy does go after Anubis and he's sleeping. Anubis is having a nice little nap, and Freddy, a dream demon, pops in. Anubis finds the thought of a lowly demon challenging him to be laughable and says so to Freddy. Freddy, not wanting to take this insult from an overgrown dog, uses his control in the dream world to try to hurt Anubis and put this bad dog to sleep for good. The god lets him to see what Freddy can do, to see if he's worthy of being acknowledged as a formidable foe. But Anubis, being a powerful Egyptian god, shrugs these attacks off and wipes the floor with Freddy, disappointed with the lack of power.
There was so much detail in this entire story until I got to wipes the floor with. And then it's like, then we all know what happens. He hits him with his mighty staff.
He punches him in the face, rocks him.
Yeah, he probably shoots that big beam out of his mouth he does in Smite.
Anubis wakes up from his nap and drags Freddy with him, in which he casually slaps him around for a bit before bringing Freddy to a higher demon, let's say Pinhead, and tells him to control the, quote, trash.
Pinhead is in this?
Pinhead
I
is
love
in
this movie.
Yeah, dude, freaking Pinhead's in it, and he wants to play a game. Wait, no, that's Saw. Pinhead's
Yeah, he brings him to Saw, actually,
brings him to
because
Saw.
how bad he was being. They in the hopes that he'll become better.
Can I ask you this? Is Jigsaw a gamer?
Yeah,
He's always asking people to
He's playing games.
He's always looking for a squad.
He's actually a designer, which is a really interesting field
That's
that's
true.
emerging.
Is Jigsaw a game developer? And
Right
what does
in.
that mean?
We got any other in-depth answers on this?
Let me set the thing to answers.
I really enjoyed that first one.
Me too.
More sexy pictures of Anubis.
I will write about Anubis and let you judge, question mark.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Anubis is a god whose job is to protect the graves and guide dead to the underworld plus funerary rites.
Can I add, this person lives in Egypt.
Oh, yeah, 1900
making them
to
more
present.
qualified.
Is this person 123 years old?
That's right.
That's dope.
They know Anubis.
Oh, wait, that's actually just how long they've lived in Egypt.
Yeah. So they might have left. If it's like a
might be
JoJo's
like-
Bizarre Adventure situation, it could be even older than that.
Now, if you think about this if you think that this is an easy task, then think again, because ancient Egyptian care very much about the afterlife and their tombs. So if you are hearing what Anubis does and go, my fucking kid could do that. I could do that. Big deal.
Yep.
Guess what? There's a lot of care that goes into it.
It's a lot more complicated than that. And I think the fact that he is in charge of the process of shepherding you through death makes Freddy's blasphemy of haunting dreams kind of like an interesting foil there. Because the other answer was very much locked in the hierarchy of a god is higher than a low-level demon.
So this is where this guy says too, though. He goes, so they will only trust a powerful god for this task.
Yeah.
Much like Heimdall, who was the sole protector of the Bifrost.
And then a picture of Heimdall.
But specifically Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Now, who you think Freddy Krueger can stand a chance?
Now who you think Freddy Krueger can stand a chance?
All right, well, thank you for that one. I'm pretty sure you are not really in
Even
prison.
more pictures.
This one
of
looks
these
like it's from
sexy
League of
guys.
Legends.
Yeah, well, he's a cool guy who gets really big.
That's
The League
dope.
of Legends Anubis is called Nasus, but he is just Anubis. I mean,
He's a dog. Is he a doggo?
I mean, he's a dog who wears the hat, and he is the same kind of dog. It's definitely the same guy. And by guy, I mean Anubis, the dog god of the afterlife.
I like this guy's answer. He says, what's Freddy going to do? Kill him? Anubis is the god of death. If you kill him, he'll just laugh at you.
All right.
And then the fight would start.
And the fight would start. Well, we're going to have to end it there. Because I'm too worked up now.
All right, let's ask a question. Do you want to ask if cops can be gamers?
Oh, yeah. Can cops
Or do you want to do a
gamers?
better one?
No, I don't want to do a better one. The question is, can cops be gamers? Is there a good qualifier to have on this?
I think this is enough to have
It's
people be
open-ended.
like,
It could be good.
people might be like, yes.
Yeah. We haven't gotten yelled at in a while.
Hey, if you want to answer this one and talk about all the fun ways that a cop could be a gamer, throw in scrambled eggs.
Throw in scrambled eggs.
I think there's a lot of fun comments to be had here, so drop them on the Quora.
And we'll read them, and we'll chuckle to ourselves.
We might read them. We're not going to read them next week because we're recording that episode in 1 hour.
That's correct. But first, it's hoagie time, bitches.
Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.
Do not fucking answer me, Chat GPT. Fuck off.
And question everything.